Today it was released to the public that on July 16, 2008, the Israeli Security Agency and the National Police Serious and International Crime Unit arrested an alleged Hezbollah agent from the Israeli village of Kalan. The agent, Khaled Kashkush, was arrested at Ben Gurion Airport upon his entrance to Israel. He was transferred for interrogation, where he revealed his ties with Hezbollah. Shalom, Yoni.
Shalom, Aaron.
So, Yoni, what do we know about Kashkush?
So, Khaled Kashkush was born in 1979. He is single, originally from Kalantzwa, and he has been residing in recent years in Germany, studying medicine. Kalantzwa, Aaron, is a village located in pre-1967 Israel. Now, on the one hand, that's meaningful because we're talking here about an Israeli Arab. But on the other hand, as we've learned from the previous terror attacks, there's no actual meaning to this. If an Arab feels connected to anti-Israel ideologies and seeks to harm the state and the nation, he will do so no matter where he lives.
Now, we understand that since the pullout from southern Lebanon in 2000, Hezbollah has stepped up its activity vis-a-vis Israeli citizens?
Yes, indeed. Nasrallah is wishing to establish an intelligence and operational infrastructure to gather valuable information about Israel and execute lethal attacks on its territory. The need of Hezbollah to gather valuable information increased following the Second Lebanon War. Now, this investigation is another proof that Hezbollah considers Israeli Arabs as an attractive target for recruitment and handling. Hezbollah wishes to benefit from their citizenship status with no problems of movement and access to various sites in Israel. This fact assists in gathering relevant information, strategic information, such as security sites and main traffic arteries, as well as tactical information, such as information about Israeli towns. Our correspondent, Tennis Samel, spoke with Israeli police officer Yaron London from the International Crime Unit, the Yachbar.
We witness repetitive events of hostile groups that try to recruit people for their interests in order for it to become easier for them to harm the security of the state. They come inside into our country. We are talking about someone who carries an Israeli ID like me and you and can do whatever he wants. This is of course dangerous, and we must be alert and be preventative.
According to the allegations, Kashkush acted through a Hezbollah branch in Europe. Has the organization not been designated as a terror organization in Europe?
Well, Aaron, in Europe, Nasrallah's movement is considered a legitimate organization. The Hezbollah can act undisturbed to recruit and handle agents using allegedly legitimate platforms such as charity societies and organizations. As opposed to Europe, in the U.S., the Department of the Treasury designated the Iran-based Martyrs Foundation and all its branches in Lebanon and USA as organizations providing support for Hezbollah since they finance its activity.
Activity is a known characteristic of the Hezbollah system that is scattered throughout Europe for a long time already.
So how long has this been going on for? When did Kashkush first get involved with Hezbollah?
Okay, so this story goes back to 2002 when Khaled met Dr. Hisham Hassan through a family relative. Dr. Hisham is a Lebanese residing in Germany. He heads the branch of Orphan Children Project Lebanon, belonging to Hezbollah and operating to raise funds for the Lebanese Martyr Institute, which was designated in Israel as a branch of Hezbollah. Lebanese Martyr Institute assists Hezbollah civil infrastructure in Lebanon, including assistance to families of suicide bombers in Lebanon. After a few meetings, Hisham suggested that Khaled establish business relationship with a Lebanese called Rami, who, according to Hisham, will be able to assist Khaled. In December 2005, Khaled met Rami, who later identified himself as Mazen, in Germany. In their first meeting, Khaled was asked to buy a clean cell phone and set the meetings by email. In their second meeting in December 2006 in Germany, the Lebanese handler, Mazen, revealed he is a Hezbollah member. Nevertheless, Kashkush continued to be in touch with him. This Mazen, by the way, is really Mahmoud Hashem. He's around 50 years old, and he is an experienced Hezbollah senior handler. He frequently visits in various countries for meetings with Hezbollah agents to give instructions and money and receive information.
So Yoni, what kind of information did Kashkush provide to Hezbollah?
So according to the interrogation, Kashkush was asked to provide names of Israeli citizens studying abroad, aiming to recruit them to Hezbollah. In addition, Khaled attempted to get a job at one of the hospitals in Israel in order to gather information on members of the security forces or soldiers hospitalized in these hospitals. In one of the meetings Khaled held with the handler, he was asked to locate on a map the addresses of local residents or public buildings. Khaled, by the way, received 13,000 euros for his Hezbollah activity.
In this case, we're not talking about someone whose greed was fulfilled. It's only 13,000 euro. That wouldn't be enough as a single motive. There's also the ideological aspect and a risk taker. It's hard to point a finger. I assume it's all these aspects together, but we will never know what the dominant element was.
Yoni Kempinski, thank you very much.